Welcome back everybody to Let's Play some more Final Fantasy XIV, as I just discovered my cat has broken one of her toys and is playing with it on the floor. But anyway, first thing we're going to do today is we're going to queue up for our first little guild test here. We have the Duty Finder. So what this is going to do, obviously it can open and close to see the progress it will. Don't pay much attention to the average wait time there because it's dependent on the type of class you're playing, and part of it is based on server load as well, so this might take more than 5 minutes. In fact, it probably will because I'm a ranged DPS right now. But anyway, I'm going to explain some of this and then I will cut out the waiting time if necessary. But anyway, as described before, these 4 minutes, this is you need 1 tank, 1 healer, and 2 DPS classes. There are ranged DPS and melee DPS, and the server does differentiate between the two. There's less melee DPS, so they tend to get a queue in faster. But they basically be always these 3 colors. That's how you tell them apart. And this is, everyone has a little symbol and everything too, which is cool, fancy. But anyway, you're probably not going to see it in this first fight because it's pretty easy and stuff gets thrown out the window because it's so easy. But anyway, this Holy Trinity here, which is not the same in every MMO, because Maple Story when I played this certainly wasn't like this. The tank, their job is to keep everything good and pissed off at them and be a meat shield. They have high defense and they have defensive cooldowns in which to ensure survivability, because they're getting their asses kicked constantly. How they do this is by generating lots of enmity or aggro or hate, whatever term you like to choose, and they have skills specifically tailored to do that. Pretty much everything you do in battle generates enmity. Doing damage generates it, healing generates it, but tanks have abilities that generate a lot more than everybody else does, so they can hold that a lot easier, so they can keep the monsters focused on them. They also have the secondary job of making sure the monsters they have under, they have the threat on, position them properly so people either aren't getting hit or to facilitate people attacking them, as what I described a couple episodes back about the flank and the rear. You want to keep those open for the melee DPS and not in dangerous terrain in areas where there is dangerous terrain. The healer's job, mostly, is to keep everybody alive, particularly the tank. That's where most of your healing is going to be concentrated at. But you can't forget about the DPS, because there are instances where they take unavoidable damage. And note to healers, if you're in an instance where both you and the tank are in critical health, heal yourself first. If the tank is gonna die and you're not, yeah, heal the tank. But if the situation comes where you're forced to choose between you or the tank because somebody's gonna die, it is always you. You cannot heal anybody if you're dead. But healers have a few offensive skills, some of which are actually pretty awesome. So you can, if you're not healing, you can always help DPS. Your DPS doesn't suck that badly. You can help if there's no danger. DPS. This class that gets crapped on a lot. It's my favorite classes in the game, mind you. But I'm not above making fun of them as well. Our jobs is basically to kick the shit out of everything. And simultaneously, make sure we watch our threat so we don't pull too much from the tank. We will get a skill later, much later, that will facilitate in reducing the amount of enmity we generate. So that has a less likely chance of happening. And you have the additional job of staying the hell out of AoEs whenever they are avoidable. Your healers will thank you for it. They have a limited amount of MP, they're not black mages, remember. And they can only do so much, so if something is aimed at you, step out of it. Including for me, which I'm a caster. If you have to interrupt your cast to do so, do so. Don't stand it. Ooh, see? There we go. So that's basic role. But anyway, this Duty Finder here, it's actually arranges by server cluster. So these people I may end up grouped up with may or may not be from my server. I will never know unless I actually come out and ask them what server you're from. But since this instance is only going to last 2 minutes, nobody is going to care. But anyway, once a healer queues in, and you can actually withdraw at any time if you want without being penalized, but why register for it in the first place unless, you know, something came up and oh shit, you got called into work or some crap like that. So yeah, not that we have any other classes activated, but I can actually, after I registered for the duty, I can change my class and do something else for several minutes while I do that. However, I must change back to this class when the duty procs in order to commence it. So I guess that's it from the explanation. I'm just going to sit here and I'll edit it back in once that healer registers as well. Or not. Okay, but anyway, once the duty procs, as we call this, you have 45 seconds to confirm your registration here. Obviously, you can withdraw, and people who do withdrawal dance kind of piss other people off. So, again, unless something came up and you're in the middle of something and you can't do it, just hit commence. If the 45 seconds passes, your registration is automatically withdrawn, and it will look for the next person that is queued up for it. We don't give a shit about the limit break right now, but if you want to pause it and read this, go ahead. And I just described like everything about the party. We don't need to know that. Okay, so these little guild tests here, mostly their purposes is to do little training activities. Screw that, you can pause it and read it. So in this particular one, the goal is, even though like I said, we're gonna throw half of this out the window, is you're supposed to not pull the same groups at the same time. The point of this objective is to learn how to control multiple enemies. But since this is low level and the tank really doesn't have anything to keep enmity on him and or her, if the case may be, and these monsters are so easy, it really doesn't matter. We've already seen this purple glow. This is a hazardous zone, meaning something evil is going to spawn there. We've sort of seen something very similar with some of the quests we've already done. Now, what you're supposed to do right here is you're supposed to pull each of these two little tiny triangle groups one at a time before you attack the Elder Gugu over there. Again, these are so easy that there's literally no point in doing so that nobody is gonna die here. But yeah, like the purpose of these little guild tests are to basically teach you how to handle various objectives and how to do it as a group. It mostly feels spectacular at that because people just do their own damn thing anyway. And that's not the target I wanted. I want to put that on him, but yeah. But yeah, if you read the green in the chat box, that's the guy who's assigning this, and basically he'll actually yell at you. He'll sometimes occasionally yell at you for not doing the things you want in the order they want him to. But yeah, these commendations, I'm just gonna pick a random person here that's just kicking me about to get the reward. But basically, commendations are a way to say, hey, you played good, or I liked your name, or you were friendly, or you were cool. Kudos! So we gotta talk to him to get the guy, talk to the guy to get the reward. If nobody dies, you get an extra benefit. And as I level up. So this is talking about the level sync crap that I talked about before, that if I'm too high, it'll just drag me down and pretend I'm that level for the sake of that little duty. Yeah, we talked to the Battle Warden. I just did that. So anyway, we got a new skill, Blizzard 2. This is a radial AoE. Can actually cast it anywhere because it will cast it around me. This skill is completely awesome, and it is the first skill we have that is actually cross-classable. As you can see, the affinity down there. The other healers can take it as a cross-class skill as well. They, however, do not get the Umbral Ice effect from it. Only the Black Mage and the Thaumaturges will. But effectively, if I just spam this, as long as I hit something with every attack, it's literally infinite MP, because Umbral Ice will more than regenerate like 10 times over what this takes. So, like in the early days before this is cross-classable, in some Fate areas, and you see like 12 Black Mages like annihilating the crap out of anything before anyone can do anything. It was AoE madness. It was so much fun though. But did I unlock that? Yes. Yes! Okay. Alright, there's actually another level 10 guild test here. But we also have the roulette. Now that we've completed one duty. There are other roulettes besides the guild tests, and basically what this does is we're gonna unlock more guild tests and whatever on the way. Like when I selected this for this particular duty, and it's gonna try to find other people in that the classes still need for that particular duty. However, not everyone is gonna sit there and do a level 10 guild test all the damn time. So what the guild test is for, the roulette is for an extra reward. It doesn't tell you how much guild and experience you get. But basically for an extra reward, it will randomly place you in one of those duties that somebody else has registered and is needing people for. In the event that there is nobody put in for a specific duty, it will just take the 4 people and just throw them in a random one. There's other going to be other roulettes we're going to unlock along the way too, many of which we will not see till end game. But it's pretty much the same thing, you know. You get an extra reward in exchange for helping pretty much people like me who have a new character and need to do these dungeons to progress through the game. How much gil and experience you get depends on your level and what thing you actually hear here. And this reward is once a day that you get this double extra reward. And this little adventure in need thing, right now it's a tank. Again, this adventure in need thing is actually based on server load and not exactly who is needed in a duty in that immediately, and it's only updated like every hour or so or something like that. But basically this is just a little teeny extra incentive that means pretty much jack shit, because yeah, 320 experience isn't a lot. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and register for this one because this one is also a level 10, and yeah, I'm just gonna cut back in once we've queued up for that. Okie dokie. So this is the second of our guild tests. There's like 15 of them total or something like that, I don't know. Alright. Break Mr. Shield once everybody loads in. Yeah, see now we're synced down to level 11 because we're level 12. This one only has a level limit of 10 or 11. So we can't use Blizzard 2. That's why it's saying it's not learned, even though it is. So basically this one is like a mini boss. And he's gonna summon some ads along the way, which again, under normal circumstances, a tank would normally take, and you would beat the crap out of them and then return your efforts back to the boss. However, again, since they're so darn easy, there's pretty much almost no point in doing so. Although they're gonna have to commend this tank for actually making the effort to try to do that. Kudos, sir. Oh yeah, oh man, I love this tank. I know this is like one of the easiest things in the game to do, but usually everyone just lets them run amok. But yeah, these ads in this case, in many cases, they will appear at certain HP trigger points. So they're not like endless or anything like that. So yeah, we didn't even have to kill a single one, and somebody leveled there. So Mr. Tank, you get my commendation. Hooray! Yeah, I also get a bonus for completing that for the first time, but I already described that last episode, and his sword is clipped into me. Basically, I can manually back out of here if I want, but I never like doing that because I feel like a dickhead for like, being the okay, thanks, bye kind of person. Okay, there's actually, oh, the next one's at level 15. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna do my roulette for that off screen as soon as I finish this episode, so I'm gonna walk away from experience on that. There's no need to stream it. It's gonna be like 3 minutes long, probably after 5 minutes of waiting. So with the last couple minutes of this episode, let's continue with the story quests here. Remember, we're sent here people looking for work, and we're an adventurer for hire, so... No! Oh, paid in advance? Oh, you shouldn't do that, man. love that name, Drunken Stag. That's just brilliant. Yeah, that blue text is my free company talking about crap. Here, I'll be nice. Torrid Whisperer. Drunken Stag. Who named you people? Yeah. Hand over your shit. Well, give him his money back then. Jerks. Alright, we're gonna get ourselves some new shoes. Hooray! We're item level 7 now! We're awesome! No, actually, we're really freaking lame. Oh, so you dug it up anyway, and then you left it there, huh? Oh, so you ran away like a little... Ugh. Bring it to you! It's not yours! I will do it anyway, because that's what I came here to get. Ooh, we got some hunting marks here. Okay, we might as well take care of these while we're here anyway. Probably have to kill 3 of each. As you can see, we get bombs, and we get the copper goblins. And hanging out in the background there, too. That's just our boots binding to us. Hurry up and die. You know, I'm gonna get hit by that. Nope, I didn't. I must have stepped out just in time. I hate it when there's only like a sliver of HP left. Oh, he's a prism goblin. Okay, fine, alright. Yeah, it's interesting to note that some of these hunting marks actually can be found in fates as well. As long as they have the same name, they do count. And usually when they're in a fate, they're actually at a lower level than the hunting log describes, so they're actually easier. The only problem is it's just chance if you're either number 1, knowing that they appear in the fate, and number 2, that the fate is appearing when you're just happen to be by the area anyway. So you don't need to go like out of your way to get a bit of fate, but it's just convenient that if should you happen to be in the right place at the right time. No, hold on, I'm gonna transpose first. Alright, so that's 1 mark down. Actually, we didn't get an experience from that, so this is probably a double one. Yeah, you do not want to stand in those detonators from the bombs. In some instances, they can actually... Oh, seriously? Oh, look how much HP he's got left. That is bullcrap. I'm calling bullshit on that game. Sorry I have to kill you, but... I love the kobolds. They're ugly cute. No, we just finished spirit bonding with their... Ooh, copper wristlets, okay. Oh, I might want to actually pay attention to what's in front of me instead of my chat log to see what I just spirit bonded with. That would be helpful! Yeah, I know heavy has no effect because it's already on there. Why does it go into fire? This is what happens when you're an idiot and you don't pay attention. LP's curse, man. Yeah, you lost a fight to a whole 3 of these little spidery ore thingies. Whole 3 of them. Because the rest of them aren't hostile at all. They're just minding their own business. They're like, ooh, rocks. Awesome. I think these bombs are what you have to be more afraid of than... I mean, look at these guys. They're so cute. By the way, enough of that crap. Alright, alright, alright. Here's your damn ore. Can I take it back yet? Okay. They eat it? Well, that's not awesome. Love how we like need his permission to take it back, even though we came here in the first place. So the guy can get his goods. Repay me for my kindness? What? So you didn't get your asses kicked? Okay. Terrible accidents. Oh no! Terrible accidents are not good. But now we gotta go murder bugs. These are so funny. I mean, they appear in several places, but it's literally like a swarm of like bees as a single enemy. It's just so random. Like they're always like swarms. I mean, we've seen them before. They were on one of our other hunting marks. Over there. But it's just so funny to like just like throw like a freaking like torch at bees. It's even funnier when you're like somebody like an archer or like a lancer or something, and you're like shooting arrows at this like swarm of hornets. Can you imagine doing that in real life? Like, at least fire is making sense here, you know? Or at least, you know, on the conjurers and white mages, you can throw rocks at them with stone. That makes a little sense, too. But yeah, just the thought of throwing... chucking spears or attacking this thing with a sword is freaking hilarious. This is coming from a girl whose father, who is more of a geek than anything, like he's certainly not a rhetoric. Around my parents' house, we have a few carpenter bees show up every summer, and these things are nasty. You do not want to be around carpenter bees, but they like to try to nest, keyword try to nest, around the shingles of the house, and they're pretty resilient. So instead of like an old fly swatter like you would for a fly in the house, he smacks them to death with a tennis racket. And that stuns them long enough so they go to the ground, and then you literally just crush them, because if they're moving, they can recover. Those things are pretty darn hardy. So yeah, it's hilarious to have them like with an old 40-year-old tennis racket go out and just literally smack the shit out of carpenter bees. It's actually really funny to watch. It was just a bunch of bees! Actually, no, I'm not staying around too long. You know, adventure on the move. Alright, so apparently he's got a side quest, but we're gonna take the story quest. Oh, now I gotta play detective now. Gee, what have I played so far? I've played a wildlife murderer, I've played, like food taxi, and now I gotta play, you know, like escort and detective over here. Sorry, yawning there. He met some misfortune. Oh no! Isn't that the case with everybody? Oh no, somebody went 10 feet down the road and I can't see him anymore. They must be in imminent peril. So we gotta go to Central, so let's just teleport there. But again, these poor NPCs are like rooted in place. There are a couple that move around though. There's one in particular that is around one of the endgame towns, floating around. I hope they don't change that for the next patch that's coming. Sorry, Mr. Giant Tortoise, you're still a little too powerful for us. You know what I forgot? We gained an attribute point when we leveled up, didn't we? Yes, we did. Alright. Time to put that in some intelligence, make ourselves smarter. Run, 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 run. Jeez, you're all the way over here in Central? Jesus, man. Yeah, another weaker pile of bees over there. Hello, Mr. Hammerheads. What's going on? Hello, cactus. Hello, little flower on the cactus. Hello, Sharktooth Rock. I have no idea what shark teeth actually look like, but that's just what it reminds me. I just way past that because I'm too busy looking at the freaking scenery. Oh my god, that's embarrassing. Alright. There we go. Yeah, I must have just passed it off screen. Hello! Does Chocobo say anything? Nope. Okay. There are Chocobo NPCs that do talk. We just got a letter. No! Chocobo! Okay. I will happily deliver your letter in order for your Chocobo to get better. Surprised he didn't be like, yeah, can you go down the street and buy me some medicine? Here's the money. That would have made a little sense too, and I would have gladly done that. Anything for a fluffy Chocobo. Yeah, Fate, I don't give a damn about you. Yeah, sorry, I was just reading the Fate text there. I know I didn't go through this much when I described the Fate system a while back, but some of the descriptions for Fates are freaking hilarious. Or your objective, well, normally they're the same objectives, but the plot objectives, so to speak. Like there's one in like each of the main 3 areas that involve killing the wildlife because, I kid you not, I am dead serious, the wildlife is shitting and drinking water. I'm not kidding, that's a real thing. Hello. I have a letter for you. Will you please read it? I do. I care about you all. You seem like nice people. Okay, okay, okay. I understand I'm not welcome here. Actually, what do I have for hats? Oh, like nothing. So, yeah, I'm taking the money. That's what I mean about this problem with the cowls and whatnot. With the separate pieces, you might not have another separate piece. And it might be worse not to take a half upgrade. Alright, yeah, give me your life story, young sir. Band of Outlaws? Oh no! That isn't very cool. Shouldn't name yourself the kin of dead people. Oh. Very uncouth. Very. I'm gonna have to deal with him then. Very funny. I'm sorry, once again, I need to reiterate that I've never seen the Outlaw storyline, so I have to try to pay attention to it myself, at the same time. Okay, I know where we're going. It's just gonna take me forever to get there. These, oh my god, these giant freaking ants. You know, we need like, I want to ride on one of these things, actually. Oh, and I wish that we actually have some cactars up here that are hunting marks as well. Convenient how we're experiencing running past some of them in this episode by coincidence. I just could not speak English and find the right word there. The only awful thing about that, recording an MMO here though too, is I only have one shot to get an episode right. Like I can't go back and like restore a save and redo it. Like I gotta like hit it right now, or everything is going on there. Outtakes and all. I mean, I suppose if I, like, fail a mission, I can cut out the, like a duty, I can cut out the fail and put the good one in, because I will have to, obviously, redo it if that's the case, but... Yeah, like me fumbling my words or screwing up or going the wrong way. Yeah, all that's gotta stay in here. Pretty much. Which is both a good and bad thing, because, I mean, you guys get to kind of see me at my rawest. See all the bumbling I do, and see, like, what it... oh, I didn't need to kill that one, but okay. See what it's like from LP's perspective, and why, like, some of the people get, like, frustrated. It's like, I've had to record this episode so many times because of noise in the background or some crap. So you got again. Now I get to hear from the other side of the coin where I don't have a chance to do fancy schmancy editing to make everything look cooler. One shot, get it right. Alright, so we gotta kill 2 of the attendants and 2 of the guards up here. Hello, Mr. Sunbat, you watching me? I always feel like somebody's watching me. I can't sing for crap, but do I care at the moment? Not really. This guy's shooting arrows at me and I do not appreciate it. Oh, we leveled again! Oh, that guy was for a hunting log too, okay. How utterly convenient! I will go ahead and take that. I love those death rattles sometimes. I'm just gonna ignore you. At least for the time being. Actually, I may not be a good idea. Oh shit, I may die here. Run! Run away! Oh great, now I get a venomous bite. Yeah, I'm gonna die. Actually, hold on. There we go, okay, problem solved. Okay. Maybe I should have killed that guy first. Alright. Alright, that was a close one. Obviously, I would have cut out my return had I perished there. Yeah, and those damn potions have a cooldown time too, so that's what makes them like sucky and goddamn near useless. And I don't have any other way to cure myself right now either, which is sucky. Alright. Let me kill these 2 jerk-offs, because they're in my way. I need to step into that hazard zone there, which is clearly marked as, hey, there's danger here. Let's walk into it. Let's walk in the big purple cloud of swirly dust. What do you think, guys? Oh, I think we should do it. Love how he has a long name. Don't they always? It's like, this is how sophisticated I am, because I'm named after other people. The air begins to crackle with dark magics. Oh no! Whatever shall we do? I think we should set him on fire. Is he standing on a pedestal there? Oh, just in the porch. It just looks like he's standing on an edge there. Oh, you're a fellow mage too, huh? Yeah, a lot of enemies' thunder spells obviously work different from yours. They're like more similar to your fire than your thunder. I don't care about you. I'm just running past you until I outzone you. Bye-bye. Jumping off the cliff. Oh, come on. I was like probably barely in your range. That's bullcrap. I mean, not that he's gonna get close enough to hit me, but whatever. I have returned lay victorious. I nearly gave my life in the attempt, but select this guy, dang it. Yep, pretty much. Oh. And look, more new shoes. But I'm gonna take the money, because I just got a pair of fancy new shoes. But anyway, that's gonna be all for this episode. Before we get on too long. I'm obviously going to do my guild test roulette, so I'm going to have a little bit more experience when I come back. And then we'll continue this quest over here, as we learn more about the state of Ul'dah and the syndicate and whatnot. Apparently it's a very rich city, but it's all owned by the 1%. Those little bastards. So thank you for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time.